Hello and welcome. Today we're going to do a tutorial on scene loading. So click on 3D scene, rename this node to level 1, and then we'll add in a mesh instance 3D. Can make this a box mesh over here, box mesh, and then we'll resize this box to be 50 by 50, or we can actually make this a plane instead. Plane mesh 50 by 50. So that will be the floor. And then we can create another level, also a 3D node 3D, level 2, add in a mesh instance, also a plane mesh, 50 by 50, and then we'll just give this a new standard material over here. Click on this standard material, and then we'll just give this a different color. So in albedo we can set it to another color, maybe blue. This one we can also give it a standard material 3D, set the color to, I don't know, green maybe, and then we have our two levels. So let's just save level 1. We can create a folder, name it levels, and then save level 1, save level 2. We'll create another level over here, call it main, and then we'll go to the folder over here, dragging level 1, and then save this as main. Then we'll go back to the level 1, level 2, and add a camera in each of them, camera 3D, and save that. Level 2, add a camera, save that. Now we just gotta position the camera. We'll move it a little bit back and up so that we can see the level. Save that. Same with level 1 with the camera, position it up, save that. Then in the main scene we'll create a script. Let's create a folder, call it scripts. We'll create a script, call it game. There should be node 3D. Let it inherit from node 3D. So there should be node 3D. Click on create. Open up the game script. And over here we'll make this an auto load. So go to project settings, globals, and click on this folder, scripts, go to the script, find it, and click on open, and then you'll just name this to capital game in capitals and add that. Then we will be using this name to access the script. Click on close. Now in the game script we will create a function for load level, and in here we'll just call it scene and inherit from string. make this a void, so of course it won't return anything. Then inside this function, type in getTree, and then change scene to file, and then we'll pass in the scene, this scene string. Save that. Then on the main, add the script to the main node. There we got a script over here, as you can see. We'll save the script. Now we have 2 levels, and we got our main scene. And what's going to happen is we're going to load the next scene. You can load in the next scene when we, for example, push a button, or whatever you have to, however your game works. But for now we'll just use the process function for an example, and inside here we'll check if input dot is action just pressed, and we can type in here load, we'll just call it jump. Usually the spacebar is called jump. And then we'll call load level, we can type in next level over here. We'll create that variable at the top. We'll make it an export. Export will allow us to see the variable in the inspector. So then we'll call it next level, and we'll just inherit from string. And now we'll have to create this, add this jump action in the input actions. So go to project over here, project settings, input map, and add new action. You type in jump and push enter, and then click this plus sign over here, and we'll push the spacebar, and it will automatically add the action. As you can see, spacebar. So now we have our jump action. We'll go to the scenes again and add in each of them, and click on those 3 dots, click add sun, add environment scene, and go to level 2 and do the same. Add sun, add an environment, save that. So now we can click on the main node, and you can see we have our next level. So now we can go to the folder over here, click on level 2, the level 2 scene, right click on it, copy path, and then paste it over here. So now you can see this is our level 2 that's going to be loaded when we click the spacebar, the jump action. So we don't have any collision shapes in this level for this mesh, but you can add it if you are going to if you're going to do something else in the level. If you're going to have somebody character running around, moving around, then you might want to add a collision shape. So but for this, this is just an example of how to load a scene. So I'm not going to go into detail in this tutorial, but you can add a static body. A static body, as you can see over here, is a 3D physics body that can't be moved by external forces. As you can see over here, So you can add a static body and then add another node, collision shape 3D, and then you can select which one you want, box shape. Then you can set the size 50 by 50, and then you can give it a bit of shape. But we're just going to remove this for now because we're not going to have any characters running around. So we'll save that, and then if you go and run this main scene, click on this play button over here, select the current scene, make sure it's the main scene, and then the scene will run. And now level 1 is loaded. If we click on the space bar, we jump to level 2, and you can see in this remote view over here, click on this remote, you can see level 2 is now loaded. If I run this again, go to the remote scene, we got the game, and the main node as level 1. If we click on space, we go back to the remote scene. Well, it crashed. Load level resource file not found. So what happened over there? I think it's because, let's just run that again. Click on space, and we got level 2 now in the remote scene. But what is this error? Got an error over here. Got an error, but the scene is loading, so it's working. Just gotta figure out what this error is. If you guys can figure out what this error is, please let me know in the comments. But I don't want to take up too much of your time anymore. So, resource file not found. Expected type. Because we got the resource over here, the next level. If I run this again, go to the remote scene, we got our game. Oh, I see. We made this an auto load, so the auto load is calling this function as well. So what we can do is remove the game script from the main node so that it doesn't call it twice. What's happening is the script was actually being run twice, one on the main node and one on the game node, which is auto added into the scene. If we run this now, it should work. So it's not, it's doing the same. Oh no, we gotta set it over here, the default. So copy the path, add it in here so that it isn't empty. What's happening is the game scene, if you run it now it will work. What's happening is in the remote scene, the script was both on the main node and on the game node, but the game node was set to empty. It was empty like that. So now it should work. Now that we don't have both nodes calling the function, and that the one of the nodes next level variable was set to nothing. So now it should work. There we go. That was my bad. Thanks for watching, guys. Give this video a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.